Let's go, chat. Everything is in order for us to finally do this. And be prepared for today, a star of the city shall be gone. Precisely. Now, I did see a little bit of discussion in the Discord about replacing one of the BNs with a single study defense, and I think it's worth trying out. But let's, just for the extra clashing values. I'm not quite sure how that changes it, but we'll develop the strategy. There's been actually a lot of theory crafting in the Discord recently, which is pretty good. Yeah. Listening to Peak today, yes. Oh, for all of you who weren't in the Discord, I just want to show you something funny. You remember that massive rant I went on about how Materia Collective was, you know, gonna end up trying to copyright Universal Collapse? Ta-da! They tried to copyright Universal Collapse. So I had to smack them on the wrist and go, hello, I called you out on this, piece of shit. I was prepared for this, and thus I am always and only use the DM Docker version. Anyway, yeah. I'm not quite sure when to use Steady Defense, but I believe it is in the place of a BN. I believe we are treating it the same way you would treat a BN in the strategy, so you use it against these. So I'm presuming Steady Defense here. Although we want... we max rolled, which means we need to reset. It's slightly harder to get what we need there. We just need good speed rolls, turn 1. But yeah. I thought it'd be worth... Also, wow, Jesus, this song gets a little bit... The song ramps up. Holy shit. I thought we'd have a little bit of a calmer song to begin the stream, because we're going to obviously need to pick the music throughout. We beat Yan today, I'm confident? I hope so, because I'd really like to start being able to focus on editing a lot more. Because I'll have a lot of... Let's throw 17 Mary out there. I'm still going to stream, but hopefully I'm going to have a lot more time to focus on editing. So the streams might be less long until the video comes out. So it'll be more of a focus on, you know, getting the video out there. And then when we're done with the video, we can come back and finally, at last, beat Civitas Impuritas. And that'll be the end of the challenge. Let's throw a... against you. Let's throw a Sturdy Defense against you, and then a Strike Down against the attack, just to take it, because we can. Erosion was quite high up there, but still. Seeing a Terraria video. Can I beat Terraria before I go insane, which they do water torture on themselves? Yes, yes. Terraria runners are mental. They are all insane. And that's why I find it a little bit hard to decide what to do. Pure is so much more fun than Star of the City in this challenge, you can't lie. Yeah. Yeah. It definitely will be. Tentacles. How far did I get on my previous run? Not past here. As in, I got to the first row of Star of the City, and that's where I got to. So we are already into the zone that I no longer have any idea of what I'm doing. Let's throw a Serpentine Barrier, and then a BN at you, I suppose? No, you're not trying to target me, so that would mean you. Break New Horizons Ultra Hardcore. Why does that sound like a good idea? Why do I want to do that? That's probably not a good idea. Did I plan to solve the copyright claim in the last stream? Yes, I have that, done. But also, I will say, just quickly to show off, for all those Materia Collective employees watching this right now, this is DM Dockero's version of the Calamity mod OST. Well, it's DM Dockero's version because he made all the music. I think it's he. Silence Before the Storms, Interlude 01. This is the track that plays when you beat a boss. It's also a really cool track. Flower Petals, although our Unrelenting has triggered. I think our Unrelenting is triggered at least. Attack on 3, which means chuck a Serpentine Barrier at you. And then I reckon Our stagger's fine, so we probably don't need to sturdy defense here. Although we could. Sturdy defense you. Actually, I reckon the sturdy defense goes on them. Just to reduce the damage that that deals to us. Oh, and we die. Of course we do. It's the song that plays when you beat Calamitas. No, it happens when you beat any Calamity boss. It's sort of like... I believe it's the song that plays when you kill any Calamity boss. Because it's sort of like, you know how lanterns appear at night? It's supposed to be a, well done on beating the boss, enjoy this. You're probably thinking of specifically... Oh, what did I do? Huh. I appear to have clicked something big picture. Fuck off, Steam. Right, don't know what happened there. It's... From memory, Silence Before the Storms, you're probably thinking of Catastrophes Before the Calamity. Interlude 03. I think you're thinking of one of the later interludes. Because there's a lot of interludes. It's just Silence Before the Storms is the first. How much does Infernum change? Everything. It's the patterns of every boss. Ooh, every boss is changed by Infernum. It's in a way for the better. Also, some of the world gen has changed. The Abyss is very much changed, and Hell permanently has an extra biome to the right where you fight Providence and the Guardians. Right. Bien on... Also, just quickly... no, we can play attack on anything, so let's go for Bien on you. I actually think Bien on you is better because that reduces a lot more damage than these do. Just by virtue of how grit works, it's better to hit the one big one than the many small ones. If that makes sense. Because we're naturally going to reduce the rolls of the small ones. Can we get Universal Collapse at some point? Maybe, yeah. How's my day been? My day's been pretty good, yeah. Just... I mean, not very much in the way of, like, actually doing things. Then I went bouldering, scraped myself a bit. I'm not sure if that would show up on camera. That's very red, but you can't see it because the orange light. And then, yeah, so no, good day, good day. I was hoping to get stream started a little bit earlier, but, you know, c'est la vie. Giant Fist and Compressed kind of go back and forth in priority, but you found Compressed to be better to be clashed with. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no, fair enough. Right. I think it's when you have Erosion, Compressor's worse. But otherwise, Giant Fist. In my opinion. Just because there's never any way you win against that, but, you know. Eh. Up for personal debate. I'm gonna stick to my guns and clash with that. Imagine if Yan used defense counter dice instead of evade ones, it would be killing your stagger. Yes, it would. It would probably change the strategy. You'd no longer be able to get rid of strength from one of the hands, and that would be annoying, but bearable. Compress is worse since it has blunt dice. That is a fair point, actually. I hadn't considered that. I was thinking that they were both blunt die. Sorry, I was getting... In my head, I was getting mixed up with... Lock. Lock is what I was getting mixed up with. Because Lock is annoying, because Lock is a massive blunt die, and that just kills us later on. That's where most runs die. Just to Lock, because it's fucking awful. Let's go for that on you. Okay. Okay. Please stop max rolling. Oh, there's my unrelenting prop. Okay. Fragments from somewhere. Then we chuck 17 barrier at you. Bien at... Actually, let's check a sturdy defense at you. Just because I'd like to take less damage from the lock. Okay. Okay. Oh, we actually won against the lock there. Roll double min speed and can't redirect attack. Yeah, that definitely does kill you. Sleep for a total of 8 hours a day. That's just how often I normally sleep for. Actually, that's more than I normally sleep for, to be honest. Why not run Hokma Floor? Because we can reach Immortality. Immortality is the win con. If we reach Immortality, we win. Generally, that is how win cons work. So that's why. That is why we are running Netzach and not anyone else. I'm fairly certain the two strats I've seen for this are Gebera and Netzach. And the one common trend between Gebera and Netzach that'll become far, far more apparent after I make the video go out is they can both become immortal. That's the main benefit of both of the two. They have immortality. We can't redirect attack, which probably means we're dead, but I'm still going to play it out. Let's go for a sturdy defense on you. And then a strike down on you, I suppose, because I can. Actually, maybe I should switch them around. Let's have a sturdy defense on you, because I stand a good chance of winning that, and I'll chuck a strike down at you, because fuck you. Okay, no erosion. If it wasn't for the strength, we'd be fine here. Okay, and I mean the fact that we're really low HP now, but other than that. 17 barrier. Have we realized Beanie yet? God, no! We haven't even realized Tifreth. 1 hour late to the distorted fem. What do you mean 1 hour late? We started 12 minutes ago. Actually, as soon as we activate the pedal once, it being on Yan shouldn't be an issue. In theory. Just as far as I'm aware, that's when it stops becoming an issue for us. I guess sturdy defense on you, and I kind of hope to get some stagger back. Yeah, that's good enough. One hit of stagger. This is when unrelenting procs. That's a really low unrelenting proc. That's annoying. You feel like Claws of Savagery Cheese would be better on Yan? Fuck no. From what I've heard from the two people in the chat right now that have done it, that being Mr. Boomy and Sans Gaming, Sans Gaming is more Sans Gaming's strategy is more consistent, and he uses Netzach over Gebera. That's hence why I'm doing this. This is the better strat, in my opinion. Just, it's not that it's the better strat, it's just it's more consistent, and consistency is king. Consistency keeps us alive. Have I beat Hannah yet? Surprisingly, no. No, I haven't. There is a level where if they hit us... Yeah, no, we're dead. That's the reason for choosing Tentacles over Pebble. Pebble will kill us when we get to the Immortality phase if we don't play nice. We need to hit 4 hits per turn on the Pebble phase, and not all of our cards have 2 attacks. Which is the reason why... Because, for example, let's say Pebbles rolls on these, and continues to roll on BN. We're dead. That's it, it's game over. Which is the reason why we don't choose Pebbles. It's long-term consistency, is the reason why. Have you seen her in barrel yet? No. No, I haven't. But yeah, it's the reason we don't is because... I began to sound like I was doing a bad, like, beatboxing thing. The reason we don't is consistency's sake. Because consistency is key. Let's throw a BN at you, and then an unlock at you. First try after that, yeah. As soon as you get Spring's Genesis going, and if you don't fumble like I did, you're done. That's it. So that's why. That's why we don't run Pebbles. We could run Pebbles, and the thing is, I think 99% of the time, Pebbles will be safe. But it's the 1% of the time where Pebbles isn't safe that I don't want to risk. That's what I'm avoiding. Also, that's a really good erosion. Chuck a strike down at you. Oh. Okay. Hold on, some minerals. Oh, some minerals, he says, before 2 max rolls hit him. Okay. That's fine there. We don't even want petals, we just pick tentacles there. Try to slot in keeping in stride, we don't win clashes. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Impuritas. I think Impuritas is going to be fun. I can now play Serpentine Barrier and BN at the same time. Which means chuck that on you. Okay. Holy shit, good rolls. Holy shit, good rolls! Okay, chat. Nobody say anything, because if we say anything, something bad could happen, as you can see by all the max damages. Okay, you didn't need to max damage me there, come on. We don't get the one that we want there, but we do get that, and that's good enough. Attack is a 3, which means I can hit that with a... Huh. Well, that's unlucky. We didn't get what we need. That's fine. Maybe that might be fine potentially. Oy, that's unlucky. That is unlucky. It's worth it to get rid of the strength. So we just have to take a hit there. Sturdy and BN? No, I don't think... I'm not sure. I think this was the right move. There's the Unrelenting proc. Oh, we didn't get the emotion level up. That was why. Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. I didn't think about that. See, this is the only reason why this is rough, because it's just the... Yeah. It's not in fact the right move. No, it wasn't. I wasn't thinking about the emotion level. Right, switching, by the way, just doing this so I can show the materia employee watching this. Yes. This is Catastrophes Before the Calamity. This is the one that plays after you kill... God knows who, but that's by DM Dokuro, so materia, if you want to come for me, joke's on you. I have permission. I've given plenty of credit. Fuck you. One poor Materia Collective employee who has to watch this. Right. Let's chuck that at that and hope we win. We did not win. That track was in-game? Yep. I'm fairly certain it's in-game. This is the later game one. There's 3 interludes in the game, and they play after bosses at different points. Wonder how Library of Babel solo Librarian would go. I've been thinking about it. I think it would be funny to try, but I don't think it would get very far. Right, let's play BN now. Right. What is going on? We're winning. That's decently high corrosion, which is annoying, but otherwise fine. That was a low roll. That's not a low roll. We're very much lower on HP now than we were before. Tentacles, perfectly fine. We can now play Serpentine Barrier on... And we got bad speed rolls! Just 500 essays on each character with hundreds of thousands of health. Yep, that sounds about right. Try Hod plus Shao. God, no. I don't think you realize how quickly we die here. And to anybody suggesting another strategy in chat, thank you for trying to suggest another strategy, but frankly, I think you're wrong. I think this is the best. You just need to, like, place a little bit more faith in the strategy. But I think genuinely this is the best. Yeah, this is a fight against the prescripts. This is narratively fitting, because we're not fighting against Yan here. We are fighting against the pure random chance that dictates his actions. You're wrong about Interlude. Playing after specific bosses clone Moon Lord Yaron. Oh, really? Oh. Damn, okay. Bad memory. Why don't you just... I'm not gonna fall for that this time! I'm not gonna fall! I'm not gonna fall for that. I remember. I know your tricks. I'm not gonna fall for that this time. Let's check a sturdy defense at... I mean you, I suppose, because we're gonna have erosion, which is annoying. That is the worst erosion I've ever seen. Actually, I wonder if I should have defended the erosion. I probably should have defended the erosion, because there was a chance we didn't have it applied, and that would have saved us so much damage here. Right. The no backseat rule is still applying yet. No backseat... Didn't you normally pin a comment with Discord link? Salt has not appeared yet. Salt is the person who posts that. Barrier, then BM. Leitmotif of... no, not leitmotif. Leitmotif. Isn't... No, it's a leitmotif. Leitmotif of Calamitas here, by the way. Which I really like. I think that's a cool tie-in. Because she's one of the bosses that you'll be fighting soon at this point in the game. I love the Music of Calamity mod. It's so good. And that's an unrelenting proc, which is annoying, but still, at least we get flower petals. It would be so easy without Power Null. Oh, absolutely. Without Power Null, this is free. The problem is the fact that Power Null exists. Calamity mod is crazy good, you can't lie. Yes, absolutely. I would say, honestly, without knowing too much about the modern modding scene, it might be the best mod that Calamity has. I've heard some good things about Fargo's, though, so I'm hesitant to say, like, flat out the best, but it's my favorite. Also, I don't think defending that was the right move. Because we want to take a bunch of damage so we heal. Like this. I almost staggered. Of course we are. Use my youngest. No. Did I forget to put that on loop? No, I did put that on loop. It just has a bit of dead spot at the end. You like Infernum? Infernum's good. I would classify Infernum as part of Calamity. Barely runs a Minecraft super flat without with optimization mods. That's fair. I remember trying to play like a Minecraft version of Ark when I got my first like laptop, and it was like trying to play a slideshow. Genuinely, that laptop would take like 10 minutes to boot up Word. Don't listen to my Angus strategy to win your clashes. So true. I just need to win. That's all I need to do. Just win. Try putting mayo on Yan. I'm not quite sure how effective slathering him in mayo would be. But like, I appreciate the idea. I don't think it would be too effective, sadly. He is not virtual. It would not be effective. Have we considered using Yan? I think that would help us. I think if we could use it... Oh, also, we don't get, yeah, we got 2 awesome motion points there. Ark Survival Evolved's loading screen was changed to the blue screen of death. That reminds me. Okay, so my second laptop, the one after I moved up from only being able to run Word, it was pretty good. It was a pretty good laptop. I quite enjoyed it. It was good. Actually, some of the earlier videos on the channel are edited with that. But the one thing I could always do was, so I enjoy the game People Playground. And one of the things I loved to do with People Playground was, if I stacked up enough bombs, I could just flat out, like, blue screen my PC by setting them off. A laptop by setting them off. And, yeah. That always amused me. Because it'd have the same note, it would explode, there would be, like, a moment of nothing happening, the sound would pause, and then you get the sound and it would just freeze. It was hilarious. What mod do I use for Infinite Books? I use No Grind. It's No Grind for Infinite Books. I'm just imagining Jan sliding as a camera pumped in the slide mode. That'd be great. Attack is on 5. That doesn't matter because I have that. Then we have a BN, which means a BN on you. And we got 2 positive emotion. Use the Library of Babel key page. Counterpoint. If I was to use Library of Babel, Jan would have, what, 350,000 HP? Which, that's a little bit. That's a little bit of HP. Okay. Either of these will work now. Attack. Being on you. Please lose. Not only did you win, you max rolled. You watched the first video on this, where can you find the second? Slight issue about finding the second at the moment. It doesn't exist yet. You might have to wait a little bit longer. AKA, give it a week or 2. And then the second video will come into existence. But yeah, the second video does not exist, as I have not made it. I will be making it, it's just I like to... I'm not really like a lot of other challenge runners I've seen. I don't like making... Well, it's not that I don't like, it's that I don't understand quite how to make sequential videos. So I make videos whenever key landmarks happen. So, beating Star of the City, here will be when the next key landmark happens. I'm doing Bina solo for Black Silence Reception. Buddy, I don't even know what the Bina... I mean, I don't even know what the Black Silence Reception is, so, you know. Put it down as a tentative maybe. Okay, there we are, there's our 2 negative. The Beast. A lot of the time... There's basically only there's very few actual true Yan on tier solos, because a lot of the time people use 12 attribution points rather than 10, which means it's invalid. Have you already been pre-doing the video? I've been writing the script, yeah. I actually recently started writing the script, so I have been working on it. But yeah, it's still not that close to completion. It'll take a while until it's done. Because it'll be a matter of, I'll finish writing the script, which when I have a lot more time to focus on writing the script, because I won't have to stream every day, I'll be able to do that, you know, far easier. It'll only be a matter of then recording everything and then editing it all together. Oh, did I not have another unlock? That might have been a mistake. Okay. Tentacles, there we are. Sisyphus still rolling the boulder up the hill? Yes, yes he is. 5, unlock on you. Oh, we now have unlocked 3. Interesting. No, we have enough now that we can do Serpentine Barrier. Serpentine Barrier on attack, BN on compression. Now what I'd love is if they could mineral and I could win all my clashes. I think that would be the best. How long have I been doing YouTube? You found recently really enjoy the videos? Thank you. I've been doing YouTube... Okay, my channel was created when I was very young, but I only really started properly doing YouTube about... I would say... I think it's 8 months ago now. But my first few videos weren't very good. The first time I really have a video I like is... Hold on, if I just quickly get up my channel, just so I can... let me not show I mean, I could probably show my recommended, it's just all, like, Town of Salem. Wow. Yeah, you can really tell the sort of videos I watch from that. Anyway. if I was to look back through my videos, the first video that I'm really happy with is this one. I'm really happy with this one. I think this one's cool. It has an opening I really like. And then this one I think is edited quite well. This is the style of video that every other video afterwards comes from. I like this video, didn't do very well. I really like this video, but it definitely didn't do well. And then I like this video. But yeah, this... how many... None of these I'd say count. This one was decent, but yeah. This is the point where I start feeling like I really cracked how to do things. But yeah, a lot of the stuff I've done hasn't turned out very well, but yeah. Is Goose spoiled and everything post-Hannah? Not really. Like, I'm spoiled, I know the story, I just don't know what the fights are. Oh, circling barrier. BN on compress. Do I have a higher compress? Actually, sturdy defense on lock. Someone disliked the Andrew Solid video. Yeah, I don't get that. Especially with my older videos. There are dislikes on them. Like, who the fuck saw that, like, tiny thing that basically nobody had watched and was like, yes, I must dislike this video. Like, huh? What did I do? Oh, and we're dead. Brutal Orchestra. What the fuck is the Brutal Orchestra? Right. It's a roguelike. Oh, cool. Turn-based roguelike. I really do want to try playing more games on the channel. Because, I mean, when I've streamed other games, they've done decently. Not as well as, obviously, these streams, but I have wanted to try them out. Try more out. Just because I think it's cool. It's cool to be able to play more games on stream. And also, you know, try and branch out a little bit, because I don't want to stay doing Project Moon stuff forever. I mean, I obviously, Project Moon will forever be part of what I want to do, but I do want to be able to do more, you know? I'm going to try Babel. Yeah, I am going to try Babel. Isn't you singing Iron Lotus going to be the final video since just singing a Zhao winning attempt? Sadly, yes. Yes, it is. Okay, BN on you. Okay, we lose one. Thank you. We lose two. Okay, we're good. We have what we want. When the new gen Minecraft video was the dwarf song singing. I don't understand. When I was editing that and realized both sides started singing that song at the same time. Why? Why? Like, genuinely, both sides started singing... yeah, no, it was very funny. Very funny to see that in editing and have zero understanding of why. Honestly, clashing with that. The reason I want to clash with that is because that means this goes penultimate, which saves me the damage of having to deal with that later. I genuinely think that's the best option there. Want to see how we dealt with the colors in Zhao. The funniest thing is, I genuinely believe the Red Mist is one of the easiest receptions of this challenge. Without a doubt. I think the Red Mist is one of the easiest receptions of the challenge, and Purple Tear is close behind. A lot of people probably can't believe that, but trust me. Compared to the shit we've had to put up with later, they are. Howlamau. We killed the Red Mist in about half an hour, and we killed Purple Tear in about an hour. I spent longer on Thumb fucking 1. Like, genuinely. This challenge distorts things heavily. Goons are hard on the bosses? Oh, absolutely. Like, without a doubt they are. Let's check that on you. Oh, actually, do this the other way. What was the main strat? Kill him. We used Dongquan. No, we used Gebera for Purple Tear, but we used Dongquan for Red Mist, and the strategy was kill them. I can't quite remember any more than that, because I didn't have any more than that. It was more a case of kill them. And there's an unrelenting proc really early on, which is problematic. Because that means we're basically just dead here. Unless we get lucky, we are just dead. 17 barrier. BN on... you, I suppose. Oh. We're dead here. No way we're not dead here. How the fuck are we not dead? And we're dead. Was the exclusion the second round? Yeah. I didn't have enough time. Double cert baron might not be a bad idea sometimes. Yeah, that's fair, actually. That's fair. Try winning against that dice. Winning against that die would help out, yes. Winning against that die would help out. Oh, I had more topics of conversation for today, and I've somehow forgotten them again. And I don't know how I've forgotten them again, because this is getting problematic at this point. But it was, Also, we won 2 positives, which means this is dead, but... we don't even have speed 3. Yeah, well, we don't really need speed 3. We become immortal turn 6. It's a little bit overrated to have speed 3. It's just topic like favorite kind of meat. I really like pork. I really like pork. I think pork is my favorite. Turn 6, yes. We emotion up every turn. Once we reach emotion level 5, we get... oh, no, it's turn 7. It's turn 7. Turn 7 we become immortal, not turn 6, sorry. We gain the ability to become immortal on that turn, but we only become immortal turn 7. Veiny chicken is a callback to a previous thing where I said I dislike chicken because of the veins in it. That's why I dislike that. You like steak? Steak is great. I love a good steak sandwich. A good steak sandwich is very nice. All standard meat is good if prepared well. It depends on how you serve it. I think it depends on like what you're serving, because you can make standard meat taste bad. That is a very doable thing. Even if prepared well, it just can be bad. Also, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna let this play out. Because we took so little stagger damage there. I'm just gonna let that play out. Unlock on the attack. If that had succeeded, this might have been the run, actually. But as is, I think we get staggered here. Like if... well, now we get staggered there. Mince and dumplings. Mince and dumplings is good. I like a good dumpling. I once, as part of like a food tech thing, ate like 13 dumplings in a single thing, because nobody around me wanted theirs, so I just kept eating more dumplings. Yeah. I wouldn't say mince classifies as a meat, though. That's not like a type of meat. That would be like asking me what type of meat do I like. Because that's different. You can't just say mince and then leave mince as a flat-out option, because it's not a flat-out option. It is its own thing. Thank you, Salt. And we won 2 clashes, which means it's time to reset. Or at least we max rolled one of them and still lost. Let's go gambling. Oh, dang it. Yeah. But yeah, because, yeah, no. Coops is a meat expert. He loves meat. Let's not go around saying that, shall we, chat? Let's not go around saying that. No, I don't think I'm gonna agree into that one. Oh, did I fail to clash that? Oh, whoops. Fuck. Oh, and we still rolled well. Fuck. All it takes is one good run. Yeah, that is all it takes. You enjoy ham? Ham is good. Once again, ham classifies as pork. Ham falls under pork, and ham is good. So maximum mod, is there a mod that lets you roll the lowest possible? Yes. Yes, and it makes them roll maximum. I don't think there's a mod that solely lets you roll minimum. Let's check them at them. And we won twice. Maxmin, actually, it's the same mod. The mod that makes you roll maximum, then roll minimum is the same that makes you roll minimum, then roll maximum. Lucky used that when clashing with Power 1. Still would be cheating. In my mind, manipulating the rolls in any way counts as cheating. Outside of, you know, resetting, which that might sound insane, but like, you've been watching this channel for this long, you really think that I don't do insane things? He won down. Yeah, no, I genuinely think that would be an easier challenge than this one. Like, no offense to him, but as soon as he makes a strategy there, there's no RNG. That would be easier than True Solo, I think. In my opinion. Because in True Solo, not only do you need to have a good build, you then need to get lucky on the top of it. Whereas by removing all variation, all you need to do is play well. Your actions are your own, which is the reason why I would classify this as harder. Favorite ice creams? I love a good honeycomb. I think honeycomb is my favorite ice cream. Hubert has pierce resistance, so yes. Stray on. Incredible. You're not the biggest fan of chicken, unless... Okay. Sous vide chicken? Schnitzels? Schnitzels are very good. I just don't like chicken wings. Chicken wings... roast chicken, I don't like those, but... Yeah. Favorite ice cream is just vanilla or normal? Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, to each their own. Vanilla is good. I do enjoy vanilla, but I prefer honeycomb. Let's try clashing that. Because there's a chance we win. And I love gambling. What? You've got to be kidding me. If we hadn't have mineraled there, we would have won. And we wouldn't have had erosion. Oh well. Vodka is a Russian alcohol. Vodka is just an alcohol in general. It probably does come from Russia, but it is everywhere. It's a bit like saying hot dogs are American. It's sure, but they're everywhere. I mean, like rum. Rum is Caribbean, but it doesn't mean you can't find it literally fucking everywhere. Let's throw a 17 defense at that. No, that's not a 17 defense, that's a sturdy defense. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, hold on. Holy shit. The music dropped when things started going well for us. Taking a friendship. Genuinely, it might have been better to pull ever repeating a performance and then our galaxy to try and get some healing off, but okay, let's get Serpentine Barrier on attack, and then frankly, another Serpentine Barrier. There's so much I don't want to get hit by here, I think it is more worth to run another Serpentine Barrier. Okay. That's an unrelenting proc. Okay, now our galaxy on you, and then Oh no, I don't have enough light. I've thought about this already. Yeah, I've thought about this already. We don't actually have enough light for it. That's not how that works. Yeah, no. The maths does not line up. But we didn't have the choice I wanted anyway, which would be the negative one for, yeah. That's annoying. Also, we don't have any things here, so. That is just sort of death. We also don't have, like, any way to recover stagger. So we're just staggered and we're dead. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. If we'd had healing from that other one, Flower Petals, we might have been fine, but Flower Petals didn't drop anyway, so we couldn't have gotten it. So, Livy. In a galaxy, I've actually healed Stagger because of Mind Hole, but we couldn't use it, because we couldn't use Everlasting Performance. And that's a reset. I wish there was a quick reset button. Quick reset button would be nice. That is one of the annoying things about Ruina, the fact that you have to quit out every time you want to reset. Don't think the haulers count. The haulers count. It's on successful attack. I'm fairly certain haulers trigger like that. Oh, that was a weird voice crack. Let's grab you there. BN on you. Please lose. That's a win. And also a max roll, which means we're resetting. Hey, at least Babel has a reset fight button. Counterpoint Babel is Babel. Honestly, it's one of the things that I feel is weird about this game. Is the session about losing books on fight loss, which is just dumb. Like, it's a bad mechanic through and through, and anybody who tries to defend it never, like, succeeds at it. Because you can't succeed. Also, that was another max roll, which means it's a reset time. I love grinding. It used to be... They used to want it to be worse, actually. So, you know, it's at least better than it was before. It's not much of an increase in quality, but still. Week 1, 2. How am I doing? I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm doing well. It's just a matter of trying over and over. Remember when key pages go level? Such a stupid design decision. Okay. Oh, you know what? It's turn 1. It doesn't even matter that much. It doesn't even matter that much. Okay, there's our 2 negative emotion coins. Okay. How's everyone in chat doing then? Whilst we do the literal definition of insanity, how is everyone doing? Let's do that for you. Feel more distracted when you have us. Would I be bored to death not doing this when I don't have a stream? Absolutely. I'd also be going insane. Like, even more insane than I usually am, if I had to do this without a stream. Stream is what keeps me from exploding. Riding and putting it in the background? Yeah, that's fair. You know what, let's try Pebble. Because we're low stagger, so let's try a Pebble run. I don't think it'll be good. I think it will probably get us killed. But who knows, maybe the RNG will favor us. The RNG has not favored us. Pebble doesn't heal stagger. I know it doesn't heal stagger. That's not what I picked it up for. I picked it up because we're low on health, but the fact that we're low on stagger means that this is likely a dead run anyway. There's flower petals. Fragments from somewhere. You don't stream, you play like shit. I play like shit, and yet I'm streaming, so, you know, anyone can. Let's go for a Serpentine Barrier on you. And then a Bian on... you, I'd say. The problem is they're dealing a lot of damage to us, but it's not enough damage to cause us to heal. And we're staggered. Oh, we're just dead. Total discussion instead of only you making the decisions. I could do, but still. Take you 30 minutes to make a single move in chess, and there's maybe some masochists to watch me. Beating chess in real time. You've, like, got to actually go out and move, like, fully human-sized pieces. Because you have to have, you can still play a pebble card. Yeah, fair enough. Had to deal with personal things we had to work in a few minutes. Today is indeed one of them. Oh, that's rough. Let's chuck a Serpentine Barrier at attack and then chuck and unlock at this, so that way we get a negative emotion flash. Of course you had to fucking max roll the thing that could never win. Well done, Netsack. But you know, this fight would be so much easier if we could add strength. Like, genuinely. So much easier. Also, frankly, if we don't win today, I may just, like, do it off stream. Because I can't be fucked streaming it anymore. I want to move on. I want to be able to make the video. I've got other things that I need to do. And having to just do the same thing over and over again is infuriating. Okay, well, there's our negative emotion coins. Yeah, we were close to winning before, so it's definitely possible. It's just getting back to that. And that's the hard part. Let's do that on you. Right. You know what else would make this easier? If we could use other librarians. I think if we could use other librarians, this would be considerably easier. Funnily enough. And there's corrosion. Tentacles. Sandy goes last. Yana's base of the boss, I think, would be the hardest we have, even for solo itself. God, no. Oh, boss! Hardest boss! Yes, hardest boss. Hardest boss solo. Definitely. But not the hardest stage solo. The hardest stage solo would probably go to, if I had to say, Zhao. Actually, no. Zhao takes the cake for hardest boss. Because she has a general reception behind her as well. Which is the reason why. Press on you, unlock on you. Wedge Office. You know, actually, fair point on Wedge Office. Wedge Office is pretty hard. And Wedge Office also counts as a boss stage, so Wedge Office probably does beat out Yan as well. Wedge Office does a lot of things, and none of them are good. And that's an unrelenting. That's the fucking worst unrelenting proc I've ever seen. Oh, sorry for shouting there. It's just, that's genuinely awful. That's the worst possible thing that could have come out of that. And we can't even redirect the strength, so we're just dead here. Well, let's throw out 2 Serpentine Barriers and hope we win. Zhao is the hardest boss, not for solo. Well, no, maybe for solo. Oh. Kind of for solo. I'd say Wedge Office is actually harder. Wedge Office is harder than Zhao. Yeah, no. No, actually, no. Wedge Office is harder than Zhao. with my luck, at least from my experience, Wedge Office is harder than Chow. Unlock Bian on you, I suppose. 1 failure, 2 failure, we get the card we need. Lovely. Zhao is the hardest boss in the game compared to the cards you have at the point of fighting her. For the solo challenge, yes. No, not for solo. For general play, yes. For general play, yes. For the solo challenge, God, no. Wedge Office. Okay, attack, so unlock on you. Bian on... Wow, that's really going first, huh? And it max rolled, so... That is unfortunate. So now it means that everyone gets free damage against us. Even more free damage than they usually do. Ow. You didn't need to max roll those. Okay. We can now do funny things like this, and frankly, no, we want to conserve 1 Serpentine Barrier per time. So it's now a BN against you situation. Great. This is an unrelenting angle, I just hope I get hit with a never mind. That is the worst unrelenting I've ever seen. Well, no, the previous turn's unrelenting was worse, but... we do have to pick flower petals there. There's no other, like, good choice. If fragments from somewhere cost 1 less, then it'd be fine, but... Sturdy defense on you, honestly. What actually amount of damage do we need to take to heal? Like, how much is it? I don't know. Right, what other music can we put on, chat? Because we've been here for the past 57 minutes now, we should probably have a change in song. I was kind of hoping we'd be able to beat this in an hour, but apparently not, because RNG hates us. Which, you know, story of the challenge, to be honest. But still. Fucking max roll! Stop doing... Oh, I probably shouldn't slam my desk. Another max roll. Lovely. Proper rhythm from Unbeatable? Sure. This is Unbeatable, and here is proper rhythm. Once it loads. There we are. It sounded a bit like an opening from... What? Scott Pilgrim vs. the World for a second there. That was a great movie. I love Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. It's such a good twist that they are actually a good band, because you expect them to be awful, and then they go out there and play, like, actually good music, and it's like, oh, damn. That's a cool twist. Is the disc on the brink of breaking? No, I just want to start slamming it less, because I've been getting complaints. Was that OST we're playing near the beginning of Star of the City? Probably Lei Hank's music. We were playing a little Limbus OST back then. Well, not the start of Star of the City, but like... Start of the other... Yeah. You get the idea. There we are. Sounds like Chamelea's songs. The way they have speech in them. Although, I guess speech isn't really a, like, significant aspect of... Like, it's not a... something that only Camellia does. Yeah. I was going to talk about something, but I've entirely forgotten what I was going to say. Oh, yes, I was actually going to talk about I find it funny that a lot of what, at least the most popular thing on the channel right now being Library of Ruina is really funny for me, because I was actually an assistant librarian in my secondary school. And, I mean, I didn't go around killing people, but I do just find it funny that, yeah, here I am in another library. Yeah. There we are. Even though we don't really do any pierce. Or start turning people into books. I felt like turning some people into books. The more annoying ones I felt like turning into books, because there's always fucking arseholes in libraries. And, like, the worst one I saw was somebody had decided to, like, put a book back on a shelf, which is fine. Not every book is for every person. But this person had put it both upside down and in backwards. Like, if you imagine the spine of the book is, like, here, they'd flipped it upside down and put it in like this. Who does that help? Why did you do it like that? It just makes more work. Because you have to go around and go, oh wow, that book is utterly illegible to everyone. But yeah, that's fun. It's always fun when people do that. Let's get a sturdy defense going, I reckon, on lock. Maybe. Yeah, let's go sturdy defense going on lock. Ace is not enough to proc healing. I don't know how much damage that was, but apparently that was. Is that an unrelenting? That's an unrelenting proc. Okay. This is probably the best one to get. Especially if we're going to become immortal here, that might be the best one. Summon your barrier on attack. Double BN. Oh, we can't go for double BN, so go for a strike down on you. Okay. And we're dead. Let's switch this on. Hold on. Let me find... What about this? Swing! That's definitely said like that. Also, I don't think we saw this song. I'm sure this will be a perfectly normal song, with nothing going weird at all. If we had more of the pierce attacks, we would have been fine there, but we got all the heavy hitting attacks, so still. That's cool. I like fast music. Fast music is cool. I find it relaxing, in a way. And that does sound really weird, but I do find it relaxing. Like, I used to listen to Chamelea's songs a lot to help me get to sleep. Also, we won 2 clashes there. I imagine this must be awful to play as a rhythm game that, like, this specific stage must not be easy to hit. Anyway. I do want to play... One game I'd love to play, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm fairly certain it's copyrighted, is Just Shapes and Beats. I'm fairly certain Just Shapes and Beats is copyrighted, which is annoying because it's a cool game. And it's annoying because it's a rhythm game, so you can't really play it without... It would be like having a Geometry Dash thing without music. It makes no sense to do. But still. Because what I have currently in mind is the next thing I want to do is, how many of you know Outlast Trials? Just out of curiosity, I'm just polling the crowd here. Is this song? It's still going. Holy shit! Hold on. I just want to show, like, there's a bit of an interlude there. Then you've got to hit, like, this. This feels... I'm sure this is a normal thing to be able to hit. Anyway. Yeah, I was thinking of doing with some friends, trying to do Outlast Trials, but no night vision goggles. Because I think that, for a start, that sounds, like, awful to try and do, but also I think it would be pretty cool to try and do. So that's probably the next thing I want to do on the challenge. Oh, on the channel. It's a challenge. This fight is totally possible solo. Yeah, but it takes a lot of RNG. Also, most solos that you'll see and be familiar with use off-tier pages. Which is... yeah, that's fun. Always fun as a challenge runner to... As I find it really annoying when people's conception of a fight is based on something else. Like, they think Gebra is... like, Gebra is strong for soloing, don't get me wrong. Smoke Gebra is amazing. But, like, they'll go, oh, it'll totally trivialize the rest of the challenge. That's people talking from normal Ruina soloing, not true soloing. Which is, you know, always fun. Because then they're like, oh, this is easy. Why are you taking so long? Streamer, time loss streamer. Come on. And that annoys me to no end. Please don't proc Unrelenting here. This proc's Unrelenting. This run is dead. No way this run isn't dead. I don't think. Oh, nice. Yeah, no, that is hitting as fast as you'd expect it to have to hit. Wow. Okay, let's go for that on that, and then BN on... wow, that's a lot of blunt pages. Oh, wow, that's every blunt pages. I can't wait to die here. And we're dead. Mana corpses, yeah, problem we can't use that. One time I gave her plus 12 plus power without lone fixer mana. Oh, don't get me wrong, she's strong. But she's not as strong as people think she is. She's not, like, instantly insane. I see we're still attempting. Well, we don't really have any other choice but to attempt. I can't just skip the fight. That's not really something I can do. Let's chuck that at you and hope we win. Actually... ah, fuck it. You know what? Let's play this out. I don't think it's a good idea to play it out, but fuck it. I get to do what I like. My channel, my rules. Let's throw an unlock at you, and a BN at you. Fuck. That means we have corrosion. Which means we're just flat out dead, really. Empty diary from Unbeatable? Yeah, could do. And we're staggered. If it wasn't for the fact that that we get power nulled and that the power null doesn't apply to other people, this is... well, no, the power null applying to other people wouldn't really help us, but still. What are you listening to? You are listening to Strike from Unbeatable. Okay, redirect attack with, frankly, just 17 Mario and call it a day. You weren't supposed to max roll that. The amount of attempts we've been max rolling recently, it's annoying. The one time I don't want to max roll things, we start max rolling things, and we need to reset every time we do. Yeah, laughing powder is just a necessary part of the strat. No, BN on. Here. You max rolled that, didn't you, Nedsack? Never mind, no you didn't. I'm a victim of my... Yeah, real conquest posting here. Right, let's switch songs from this. Hold on. Sorry, I just saw a... Ah, never mind. Video. Let's go for... Empty diary. 4 years ago. Wow, this thing's been in development for a while. There we are. Wait, hold on. This is an instrumental of Empty Diary. This is the real Empty Diary. Cool. Plan A win. Plan B make Plan A work. Yep. So true. It really is funny how much we just need to win. That, yeah, winning is just the... Winning is the win con, funnily enough. If you could have guessed. Ow. Thank God we don't have corrosion. I mean... It's a bit like saying, hey, at least my house isn't falling down whilst it's on fire. Still. Tentacles. Okay, then I can chuck a... Now I can chuck a Serpentine Barrier and a BN out in one turn. Ooh, this is good. Steady defense on you. Oh, hold on. Who can we actually clash with? You. You. Steady defense against you, I suppose. Okay, we got some stagger back. That's good. I mean, stagger isn't really necessary for us here. We don't quite take stagger damage anyway, but still. Please stop max rolling. Wow, that's the worst unrelenting I've seen. Yeah, my mistake for expecting the run was going well. Sorry about that, game. I just shouldn't have any preconceptions about what's going on at all, or else I die. That's just the way of things. That's the way it is. And we're dead. Yeah, we're dead. Why isn't taking the end turn page? It fucking sucks. It has... Okay. It has one use. One singular use. That's if you're using mass attacks before it. We don't survive long enough for that. So the end turn is awful. We lost an extra turn to do, like, what? Die? There is genuinely no reason to use it. Because we can't even use it to make a good strategy. Because, yeah. Can't. Okay. Oh, dude, that time with lies plus curiosity. See, that was a carefully considered strategy, I'll have you know. That was a very carefully considered strategy, and totally not at all me arsing my way through it. This is the run? Please don't say that. We're gonna die if you say it's the run. That's how this works. As soon as you start expecting things out of the game, it just kills you. It just, like, kicks you in the shins. So the strategy is to not expect anything from the game at any point, and that way you survive. It would be great if they could stop using all their heavy hitters and started using... Could you stop max rolling that one, actually? How dare you have expectations, yeah. Put the cereal before or after the milk? I don't have cereal. But when I did have cereal, I would put the cereal in first and the milk after. Because, like, why would you put the milk in first and then the cereal? It would splash everywhere. Let's put a stud defense there. Ow. Okay, that's good. That's good. Ish. Well, that's not that good, but okay. Please don't tell me we activate Unrelenting here. That's an Unrelenting proc, okay. Oh, and we don't even get what we'd need, so... Oh, we can't redirect the strength! Yeah, fuck me. We were always dead here. There was never any hope. Never any hope. We were always dead. We didn't realize we were always dead, but we were always dead. Yeah. Now using a sturdy defense. I honestly don't know how much it's helpful. Like, it's decently helpful, and it does get a stagger back sometimes, but I feel like I'm using it wrong. Okay, hold on. We're on Netsack. Why are you not auto-selecting Netsack? Please, for the love of God. Alright, does the strength do... No. The strength does nothing. For us. Does a lot for them. Oh yeah, fuck you two, game. Fuck you two. Yeah, so I'm thinking of doing Outlast, no night vision, because I think by Scene 3, Bian is better. Yeah, that checks out. The one thing I've found it's useful for is the fact that you can fairly consistently win against the corrosion roll, but I'm not sure if that's too worth it. The Scattering Slash, no. That's a wasted slot for slightly less damage on a few of them. The Protection, I don't think that is worth it, no. Yeah, I don't think the protection we get from that would be worth it. Okay. We just need them to not max roll everything. Like, if they could stop max rolling, we'd be fine. But the problem is they're not going to stop max rolling, because that's not how this works. I don't just get to ask and receive. That would be too easy. That is a ton, basically one erosion. Yeah, fuck it, okay. Can you dodge compress with footsteps, but no. We don't roll that high. Compress is a 2 to 4 roller. I think it's 2 to 6, 2 to 4. So, no. Scattering is good, no. We get hit with like 20 attacks. It's not worth it. I genuinely think it... Where would we put it either? Like, what do we slot? It's 3 to 7. No? Fleet Footsteps? Fleet Footsteps isn't a 3 to 7. That would be far too good for the stage of the game you get it at. It's an evade page. Oh, compress. Yeah, compress is far too high. Zero way we'd evade. They could stop maximum. It's got to be the quote of the entire run, yeah. That does basically describe the challenge. Yeah. Do we even have the ego page we need yet? It's fine. I'm sure we'll find it eventually, he says. Lying through his teeth. That's a lot of shit I don't want to deal with, frankly, so... As long as I'm not staggered. Okay. More bien. And we were dead anyway. The music is wrong. What music is right? All I can think of is Fool in London, the walls are wrong when I say that, and that's a reference basically nobody's gonna get. However, I have thought of the song. I have realized the song. Ladies and gentlemen. What I think is moderately fitting for a man who has far too much HP for our good, and far too much HP in Library of Babel. Let's do this. Retry. Sorry, I gotta reset the song. The beat drop happened already, and first attempt was a fucking whiff. Yeah, this is standing here, I realize. Oh, it has to be this way. What the fuck do you mean? Positive emotion? What do you mean? You lost that clash, Netzak! You lost that fucking clash! One moment again, chat. We go back again. This time it'll work. This better fucking work. That's definitely not on key. Finally! We actually survived past turn fucking 1. Trolls you the positive coin, yeah. I wonder where Netzak is. He used to be... I can't even redirect the strength now. I genuinely... I feel like the game hates me. I feel like the game hates me. Like, it has to be trolling at this point. It just has to be trolling at this point. So, Punslot, I don't know any of those songs, and I'm hesitant to play any song I don't know is copyright free. I've had bad experiences in the past, and I'd rather not repeat them. Alright. I wish I could make intelligent conversation here, but I really don't have any topics of conversation to talk about unless we do the same fucking thing over and over again. And that's an unrelenting proc. Yippee. The license ended in 2008. I've been copyright struck on fucking Hall of the Mountain King. Frankly, I don't trust any copyright law. That song was composed and done before copyright law even existed, so I'm loath to do anything. Evidently this isn't the right song. If this is the right song, we'd be done by now. If this was the right song, we'd be done by now, right chat? That's how that works. All we have to do is find the right song. We just have to find the right song. If we find the right song, we'll win. That's how that works. When we find the right song, the game will be forced to give us the good enough RNG to win. That is how that works. Surely. Can we get some Persona music? Sure. Name a Persona song. We didn't get, Laughing Powder. Of course we fucking didn't. Because that would be too good. That would be too useful. Too helpful. Yeah, we take too much stagger damage here. Try Monoko theme. Okay.
Hoso added $1.32
Thank you for the donation.
To the
Is this
fund. Try
Claire
Monoko
Obscure?
theme.
Okay, I haven't actually. I never actually played this game before. I've seen a lot of people talk about it, but I've never played it. Oh. Cool undertones. Well, that's cool. I do like jazz tones. Jazz tones are cool. Jazz empowers us, surely. Did you think I'd like Expedition 33? Yeah, I mean I could play it on stream. Play 1 HP only. Is that possible? Can you play 1 HP only? That's a little bit more extreme than the classic Soul 1 challenges I've seen done in a lot of Souls-like games. I'm not sure if it's a Souls-like sort of thing. I haven't actually seen much about it, to be honest. I've seen a lot of people talking about it, but not much of the gameplay. You need to parry all the time or else you die. All fun. Simply don't get hit. Yeah, precisely, Kingful. Just don't get hit. Frankly, I should tell Netsack the same thing. All he has to do is not get hit and would win. If he just didn't get hit, then we'd have nothing to worry about. Okay. Please don't tell me this is an unrelenting proc. It's not an unrelenting proc. But we only get Token of Friendship, which is just objectively worse than the alternative. Although it's fine with an unrelenting. It's only annoying when an unrelenting has already been procced. That's a 17 barrier play. BN on you, I suppose. See, I just have to hope we get hit by a massive one, and that activates our unrelenting. You piece of shit! You... And then we get flower petals and we'd be fine. Although... I genuinely, there's no changes to the strategy I can make to make this better. There's nothing I can do to make this better. It's a matter of trying to get lucky, and that's fun because it means we can either be done immediately or we'll be here for 10 years, and there's nothing I can do about it. Nothing else to blame but the music now, yeah, precisely. Right, okay. Well, for every proper attempt, let's change the music. So I guess let's try a classic. Let's see if this is the song. This has done us well in the past. So let's see if this is the correct song now. Sorry, hold on, who the fuck are you? Huh? Who the fuck are you and what are you doing on my channel? Hold on, sorry, hold on everyone, huh? What? What? Huh? Huh? What is going on here? Huh? Right then, okay, well, okay, unlock. Press on you. Okay, we get emotional level up, thank god. Make Limbus ruin. Apparently so. Vivaldi Four Seasons, I would get copyright claimed out the wazoo. Frankly, I think I need to have a permanent ban on classical music from this point onwards. Because no matter how nice it is, I will get copyright struck. Unless it's like, whilst I'm editing. Whilst I'm editing, I can put the video up and go, oh, am I going to get copyright claimed here? But on a stream, I will. And I can't, because then they'll just have to mute everything, because I don't really get a say in. I can't go back in time and not play the copyrighted music. Not really something I am capable of doing. Temples. Let's go attack. Something barrier. BN on compress. No, I can't put it on compress, so you, I suppose. Oh. Hold on. Okay, that's annoying. Please don't tell me an unrelenting proc. No unrelenting proc. Copyright-free playlist for members to make. That would probably be a good thing to do, actually. You can go back in time. I used to... let's have laser beam from Persona Q. I could do that. I think I'm gonna... Oh, we can't redirect the strength, so we're just, like, dead here. I've got a few more songs I want to try. Right, well, I had an idea next. I just have to hope Materia Collective doesn't hear me for this one. Materia Collective, please look the other way. If you claim me on the earlier songs, I have defense, but if you claim me on this one, I do not have defense, so please just don't listen to this one. This is what the situation feels like at this point, so, you know, the music is fitting. Wish you could fit immediate repairs. I don't think it's worth it. I would prefer more health. Anything to give me more health. Like, honestly, keeping in stride would be good, solely because it would give me more health. Saying after linking these songs to the description, I'm fairly certain Materia Collective does not let you use Undertale songs outside of Undertale. Which is annoying. Because it's good music. Sometimes you can. Apparently you're not supposed to be able to play Undertale music outside of Undertale, but like, every single video essay YouTuber would be out of business if that was the case, so god, who knows, frankly. Why to switch out, precisely. This is a finely crafted build, and there's nothing I can really do to fix it. For some reason, I don't know why. We're just not getting lucky. It must be because the game hates me, because I've run out of all other logical understandings. It has to just be the game hates me. There is no other alternative. The game just hates me, he says, as he wins against several flurry of blades. Flurry of fists, I mean. Okay, taking a friendship. We didn't get the one we need, but okay. Joined. Holy shit, is that the Roaring Knight? Yes. Yes, it is. Huh. Well, that's an unrelenting proc if I've ever seen one. Being on you, unlock on... Who knows, frankly. I might win some of that. Oh! We're not here. That's the end of the run. We can't hit you. So... I mean, I am curious to see if I could have even survived the scene, frankly, but... Like, I don't get my light back here, so there's really no point in trying, but... You know. I'm curious, could I have survived? Like, just anyway, even with all of that, could I have survived? Even with the setup working, could I have survived? Because frankly, it's looking like maybe not, actually. Oh no. Everything is working out in our favor. We would have been able to survive. Yeah. And then we die. Everything went fine, and then we rolled a 1 and 3. By the way, that was a 33% chance to lose the run right there and then. And we lost it. So apparently, apparently Black Knife is the right song. It's a bit better than Nikolai and Rudolph. We don't really get anything from, like, I mean, it's breaking pressure. That's it. You don't get anything else from Nikolai, and you don't get anything else from Rudolph, so... Why are we using Esther? Because there's nothing else better and double pierce robes. Drank a liter of milk. No, I haven't. Maybe that would help. Yeah, Cubit, not Esther. Sorry. Wrong words. Also, that was a max roll there, which means we probably get staggered here. No, we don't. Okay. Excited for when we win so people will stop suggesting other stuff? Yeah, me too. I am tired of it. Especially because it's not fucking helpful. I understand people are trying to be helpful, but you're not. Please stop. This is a good strategy, and it will work eventually. It's just we're not at the stage where it's working yet. Also, that was the worst Serpentine Barrier combo I've ever seen. San is the guy... This is San's build. That's why San suggests the most. Because he's earned the right to suggest the most. Because this is his build. Why won't Petit work defense stance? Because we die instantly and there's nothing to be gained from defense stance. That's why. Peony next. I don't know what Peony is, sorry. And I think this is work. It's gotten us one good attempt, so I can't give it on it yet. You know, it's his build. Yeah, then why the fuck are you upset about him suggesting things? It makes sense for him to suggest things. He's the one who made this. I trust his input more than anyone else in the stream at the moment. Also, well, there's an unrelenting proc. Please don't tell me we get staggered there. No, we don't. Okay, great. I mean, that dice power +1 does fuck all, but it's funny to grab. Wow, if either of those had won, like, considerably, we might have been fine here, but I don't think we are fine here now, because we get staggered here. We get staggered here. Because compress fucking sucks! If it wasn't for the fact that I knew the strategy would work, I'd say we just use Maxman here. Purely because I'm tired of just having to get good RNG. Like... No, but we've gotten this far. That would be a fucking awful end to the video, frankly. Oh yeah, so we did really well, and we did the full chain, and then we just used Maxman because I got tired. This is a cool fight, to be honest. I do like the Roaring Knight. I think the Roaring Knight is a cool fight. You die very quickly when you aren't allowed to use items, though. That is one thing that I can't really class against the game as like a negative, because the game doesn't expect you to do that. If that had rolled anything but the max roll, we probably would have been fine, because we only had to tie or do better than it to not get corrosion, but now we're going to take a ton of damage here, which is completely out of my control. That's pretty fun. I do like when that happens. Let's go. Summoning barrier is beloved. We use it on strength every single time. I mean, attack every single time. Oh wow. Baleful Brand or Compress is better. Baleful Brand, because if we win, we take no damage. And also, it's front-loaded, so I think it is just better to use it on that. That managed to max roll twice. That max rolled twice in a row. That max rolled 3 times in a row. That 9 max rolled. Well, there's an unrelenting proc, and we're dead. I don't even want to make a big deal of that. I don't even want to make a big deal of that. I genuinely, words cannot describe how unfathomably unlucky that was. Unfathomably unlucky. We managed to get max rolled against 6 times. Words cannot describe how stupidly unlucky that was. Like, I'm telling you right now, I'm not running mods. So that was genuinely just bad luck. Technically they're lucky. No, I'm fucking not. That's like saying, oh, you know, you lost your house in a house fire. No, that doesn't happen to many people. You're pretty lucky. No, it fucking isn't. Luck is only good when it's on your side. When somebody says you're lucky, they mean you've got good luck. They don't mean, oh, you've got really shit luck. Like, if the stuff went even remotely in our favor, we'd be fine. But it's not going remotely in our favor. We're actually just dying over and over again, and there's nothing you can do about it. You thought the last stream was the last one with Star City, so did I. I'm going mad. That's a lot of unlocks. You said you were done with this, like, in 45 minutes. How the fuck did you get that lucky? Or I suppose the question is, how am I getting so unlucky? That's probably the correct question to ask here. Well, there's an unrelenting trigger. That wasn't an unrelenting trigger, that was just the highest heal I've ever seen. Oh, there's an unrelenting trigger. It just kind of worked out. Didn't even get an... I'm this close to using Maxman and just saying fuck the consequences because I can't be bothered at this point. I'm actually beyond caring. It's gonna make a shitty end to the video, but... there's nothing I can do. Okay, hold on. Boomy, you in the chat? If you are in the chat, please give me your Gebra guide. I wanted to see if that, like, will just miraculously work out for us. How much do I value my time and emotional well-being? Quite a lot, but I feel like this entire thing will be a waste. Frankly speaking, it will be a waste if I quit out at the end. I need to do this legitimately, or else there's no fucking point to the entire endeavor. So, I'm here until I win. The question is, how long will it take to win? I've signed up to this magical, mystical journey, so the question is, how long will it take? Not can I get off early. Any attempt at Genesis? One got to Genesis and failed. I'd like your Gebra build now. If you have it, if you'd like to put it in the Discord, I'm gonna use it, because I'm tired of the game fucking with me at every single last turn, and I want to try something new. So, yeah. If you wouldn't mind. I wish I could offer insightful commentary, but I'm in the active process of losing my mind. So it's a little bit rough at the moment. It's I must say, it is a little bit rough in Cootsville. Not exactly the best moment to be me. At what point do I think something starts not being fun, starts being boring / annoying? The point at which the strategy is all gone and the only thing left to do is try over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Again. That's the point when I think the game becomes not fun. There are no challenges left to conquest, there are no difficulties left to outmaneuver. The game is simply winning. I'm sure somebody's probably said that at one point or another, and it's probably quite a smart quote, but I can't be fucked at the moment, so... If this hits Yan again, I'm min-maxing. I'm min-maxing. I don't even fucking care. That should have been the fight one 3 times over. I'm actually just gonna min-max that. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm min-maxing. I don't care. Genuinely? I don't know what the game wants from me anymore. That's 3 attempts that should have been 1. Like the one with lock and stuff. Okay, that's a good idea. I like that. I won't min-max very much. I can choose a scene and attempt. One scene and an attempt that I can choose to min-max on. Okay? It would be more or less fun if Library of Ruina Paralyze was like Limbus Paralyze. I don't know. I don't really notice Paralyze very much. Try the other build. Okay, let's... It is even more RNG reliant, but I will try that build after this. This one attempt of we're allowed to use min-max at one point, and then I'll switch over to the other build. At one point of my choosing in the run, we can turn min-max on. I feel like that's deserved after getting the, like, roughly 1 in 10 chance to not have won by now. This is also quite RNG reliant. It shouldn't be this RNG reliant, actually. It should be far more successful than this, but we're just getting unlucky. Which honestly feels like the story of my life, but, you know. Paralyzed lowers the roll by 3, right? Oh no, it is by 1 for each stack, yeah. Paralyzed is a lot more strong in Limbus, and actually I think it feels like bullshit there, so I'm pretty happy with this. Making all dice just be able to roll 0 would be annoying. Then you're streaming, I was looking at an animation bit. That's cool. You haven't missed much, you've just missed me going insane. Still not the min-max turn. What are you animating out of curiosity? Watch Spring Genesis hit Yan again. I'm opening up the console. No, okay. Every time we get to it and it hits Yan, we get 1 additional turn of min-maxing. Whether the Foxy jump scare for FNAF 2 big Tato. Fair enough. I picked the wrong thing there. That's not even worth continuing. Okay, let me check, let me check this. Ruina spoilers. It's not a Gebra, but it's still Netsack. Okay. Let's save... This is saved as the only hope. Yes, it is. I lied, it's not the only hope. We've got 3x Scattering Slash. It's that card. 3x Sturdy Defense. 17... Why? Hold on. Purple Tier Defense Stance. Okay, hold on. Let's overlay this. What passive attributions? What passive attributions? I'm assuming probably the same, but... Yes! Haboo, boom. Crit. Haboo. Immediate. Slash is a kill deck to kill before it does you. Okay, what would you suggest as a kill deck? That is... yeah, that is the persistence. Okay. Defense Sense does not remove the power null, no. What kill deck do you recommend running, yeah? Doesn't Persistence only have a chance to revive you? It's quite a high chance. It's like 80%. You've finally beaten Don Quixote on full forward and you have Extreme MD. Good luck. That's good. Unlock. Smoke. Brick. That's a funny thing to call Yan. Brick 0 cost 2 hit light resolve. Do we even have that? Three costs 2 hit light restore. I mean 0 costs 2 hit light restore. That works. Frontal assault. One new card that costs 1 at higher emotion levels. Does anybody know what card that is? It's 2 cost, okay. Cost 1 lot emotion level 3 or higher, I'm assuming that. Will you watch the VODs later? See ya. Okay. Let's try this. If this was first try, I'm gonna kill myself. We need a new song for a new build. What's the new song? I know. If it works first try, I'm gonna tweak. Same fucking here. Stance. So... I'm assuming just... I mean, Serpentine Barrier on attack. I'm not quite sure what the strategy is here. Serpentine against attack on turn 1, then use a steady defense and scattering every turn. Okay. And then do we... Oh, we don't have any steady defense. Do we? Which one? Do we use either of them against attack, or do we use them against these? Which do you prefer? I'll suppose. Suggest, I should say. Scattering on attack, sturdy on flurry fist. Okay, great. Why the fuck are we taking so little damage? Oh, I see. I think I get the vision. We just basically don't take damage. I get the idea. The goal is to just not take damage. That makes sense, actually. I guess Serpentine against you, because I don't have a protection up, which is annoying. I'm actually... yeah, okay. Why is this working so well? This has no right to be working this well. We die here, surely. Yeah, because we don't have Unrelenting. Use 333 this turn. I probably should have, but okay. Why does that feel better? Why do I prefer that? Even though I think it is probably more RNG dependent, why do I prefer that? Okay, it's harder to get that, but frankly, with how little damage we take, we might not need it. We have 2 stagger resists, so we can probably afford an extra turn. Yeah. So then a Scattering Slash on attack. And then a Sturdy Defense on Flurry of Fists. Any of the Flurry of Fists want to attack this one? No? Do I have to switch over? At which point I wouldn't be able to... Okay, wow. I guess Sturdy Defense on... you, fine. Is the stream title meant to be missing a Y? No. Oh, it's too long. You can't actually have a title that long according to YouTube. It looks perfectly fine on OBS, but it might be problematic there. About 8 times in 3 hours. Oh, that's good. Scattering on attack. Sturdy defense on Flurry of Fists. Okay. I definitely feel like the other strategy is good, but it is just we were getting stupidly unlucky and that was screwing us over. So it's not your fault, it's just the game hated us. Which, you know, nothing you can really do about that. The game deciding that it personally wants me dead is out of your building control. Scattering Slash on you. What do you suggest we do this turn, by the way? $33 unlock. 333 unlock. Okay. Okay. Petals, fragments from somewhere. Okay, now same as before, I'm assuming. Sturdy defense on this. Oh well, on whichever one I can. Serpentine on attack this time. Okay. Serpentine on attack. Then I'm assuming a Sturdy still on a Flurry of Fists. And then another Scattering Slash. Well, we need to play a Scattering Slash somewhere. Here. The other two are both on Flurry. Okay. Oh, we can't hit 2 Flurries because the 2 Flurries decided... Oh, no, actually we can. Do we do 2 Scattering Slashes, or do we just Sturdy Defense? And a Scattering Slash? Which would you recommend? One of each. Okay. I trust in your vision. I really wish that had succeeded. Yeah, that succeeded. Lovely. Okay. Springs Genesis. What ego pages do we have, actually? I guess we don't get to see. Actually, hold on. Was that the first ego page we got? No, we got Progress Number, yeah. Pedal on you, so I'm assuming I hit... What do I do now? Fragments from somewhere on Floriferous? I don't want to mess this up, so I'm just going to listen to you. Pedal doesn't go to Yan, yeah. Unopposed gun the pedal guy used sturdy on his flurry of fists, scattering on attack. Okay. Sturdy. Unopposed. Gun. And then scattering on attack. I can't do scattering on attack. Actually, yes I can, because I don't care about... Because this is going to one-side regardless, so it doesn't matter what speed it is. Three. And we failed. Oh, we would have been staggered anyway. But, no, if the evaded succeeded, we would have been fine. Well, okay, no, this feels far better than the other strategy. The other strategy, I think, will be more consistent at that. It's more consistent throughout, I think, but this strategy feels smoother. If that makes sense. Maybe I'm just getting lucky with it. I honestly don't know. I'm not good enough at Ruina to comment. But... So, Cert on attack turn 1. Like, your strategy is really good, Sans, but this... We're just having better luck with this, frankly. I think at the end of the day, it is just a matter of we're getting lucky. Why can you just change chances to a full 0 light cost after you get Spring Genesis? We don't have Mind Hauler. So, we will run out of stagger eventually. That's why. We do change stances, but we don't change stances to a full 0 light cost. So then, Scattering Slash on an attack, which we can't do. We also don't have the other card we need, so we reset. Okay. Hopefully this works. Immediate to Mind Hauler if you want to make sure you win after hitting a Genesis, but surviving the Genesis would take more evade luck. I'm fine. Actually, I'm fine. So, after we get that, who do we target? Do we target the hands, or do we target Yan? Okay, setting an arrow on you. Target whoever the pedal's on. Yeah, actually, no, that is the right answer. Also, we don't get it immediately, but we didn't have it on the other one, and it was fine, so... Just making a damage card on Yan. Good luck, Yan gets the pedal and you go in on it. Okay. Scattering Slash, attack. Sturdy defense on the Flurry of Fists. Great, there's our stagger back. That's an annoying Baleful Brand, but it probably doesn't matter. Of course we get the min rolls now that we're not going for the strategy that really needs min rolls. Okay. Laughing Powder. We don't get the attack. I guess that means we go steady defense on you. Hold on. Steady defense on you. And I kind of do still need to use the scattering slash, so... Oh, that doesn't matter. We don't need that anyway. Okay. Honestly, I'm curious. How does this fight play out? Oh, and we're just dead. Okay. I don't even know what we did wrong there, but okay. Just got unlucky, I'm assuming. Nothing we can do about that. I do wonder, how does this boss play out when you can, like, use actual librarians, like an actual full team? It's probably quite a lot more fun, I would imagine. I would imagine it might even have some strategy behind... Well, no, this has a lot of strategy behind it, but I might imagine the strategy doesn't boil down to pure luck. Okay. Scattering slash, steady defense on you. Scattering slash on the attack. Full team, you power another guy and the rest just clash. Ah, fair enough. Oh, we don't get stagger heal? Okay. Okay, laughing powder. Scattering slash, steady defense on your flurry of fists. Out of curiosity, no, okay. You just use the red mist. That's fair enough. We established the end of the challenge. We're working on everything as best you can till the end. In what way? I've never seen the end of the game before, so... We are going for true ending, so that much I can guarantee. Wow, that was a lot of max rolls. Okay. Token friendship. This is the lock turn, right? Yeah, this is the lock turn. Which means it's time to use this. Never played the game. I played the game normally. I just played up until Star of the City, then I stopped. This is my first time reaching this point of the game. I find it incredible that we do take the most damage from Blunt. That is consistently the highest damage dealer. Oh, and persistence failed. You were under the impression I knew the following events. It would be sane to assume that, however, I am not a sane man. So... yeah, that was very unlucky, by the way, but then again, that's the story of this challenge, isn't it? Very unlucky is practically my middle name. Do we even get the emotion level up there? No, we do. Right. Some couple folks coming that don't seem possible to solid. Do you have strats in mind? If you're talking about Tifrith, win. If you're talking about Shased, defeat the card with using Zhao's mass attack. If you're talking about... that's about the limit of ones that I know that people say are impossible that are actually possible. We'll see more when we get further in. We'll not be using min-max with this build. No, because it's a fresh new build and I think we actually stand a chance of doing well with it. Don't know the key to realization. I know it exists. I don't know what it is. Coop's very unlucky bomb. Yeah. Oh, sorry, like the Crying Children, we do something similar. If it becomes impossible to carry on, yeah, I will find another workaround like that. But I will try and stick to everything as best I can. I'd rather not have to continually break my own rules. They are there for a reason. It's very pain and suffering and very long. Oh, goody. Also, we're about to die here, by the way. Pulling it now. Yeah. We got unlucky. Say Livy. Is key to solo even possible? Yes, I've seen it done through solo. I don't know the contents of the fight, but I've seen a video titled Key to Realization Solo, so true solo. You never made it to the stream, you never got task? Yeah, fair enough. Don't worry about it. We can't refresh attack, which means we reset. I can feel the bad luck coming back again. Let me not click that button. I thought I was going to be done, by the way. I thought I was going to be done like an hour ago. But I'm fairly certain Key to Realization's already been done solo. Just I'm fairly certain. Most Impuritas stages have been done solo. Because they're like the stages that actually have accolades behind doing them solo, because people care about them in the community. It's not done, there's just a video proving it possible. We should have been done an hour ago, not gonna lie. Yeah, fair enough. Sometimes RNG just doesn't go in your favor. Sometimes things just fail. Frankly, I feel like max minning would be more than fair at this point, but because I don't want people telling me I cheated, and because it would be an awful end to the video, I'm not going to. Yeah, the 1 in 9 chance to still fucking be here. Yeah. No to Despair cosplay when it would actually be fitting. Alright. Tentacles. And we can't redirect the attack, so you know what, this turn, fuck it. I don't care. I just don't care. Oh, did I clash with the one that had strength? Whoops. Don't tell me this is not going to be last stream. I'm going to do this off stream if it doesn't work here. I'm not streaming this anymore. I'm done. Still yanning, yep. We're still here. This fight stopped being fun a while ago. Two fucking max rolls. Another nigh max roll, another near max roll, another max roll, another max roll. I'm not even holding down the key at this point and they're max rolling me. Another 9 max roll, and we're dead. At this point, I really do just want to use min-max. We should have won by now, but the game just hates us. I genuinely, there's nothing more I can do. I just have to get lucky. That's it. There's no more skill left. There is no more skill left to be had. It is min-max. It is win the min-max. No, not min-max. It's win the clash. Even if you max roll, there's no point. I think you vastly underestimate how much damage they're dealing to us per turn. The problem is, every time I think about doing it, we get closer to doing it. And I also hear, just in the back of my fucking head, there's going to be some little shit watching the video going, oh, you didn't mean. So I have to beat it true solo, as that little shit will actually have ammunition. So here I remain. The voices, yeah. Let the little shit talk. If they have something to say, they can try it themselves. Yes, that's fair. That's fair, actually. That is fair. And I guess, you know what, I can just blatantly lie and said we did. I'm just gonna ignore Yan. I'll just say in the script, and then we beat Yan. None of this will ever show up. Because I'm tired of it. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I just want to win. All I want to do is win. That's it. That's like the only thing left to me. Is winning, and we're not doing that. It's so boomy when... Yeah, edit it in. Make it look like I did it. How are we not dead? Okay, there we are. We didn't get the thing I wanted, but okay. Do we... No, we get it next time. It's a 1 in 3, so it's a 0.33, right? For it to land on Yan. We got that again. And then... we got that again. So just to put that out there, that's a 3.7% chance. Just survive. The problem is I run out of light here. There's no surviving to be had, particularly, unless I go, like... No, there's no real surviving to be had here. I mean, how much do I need? I need 4... and then I need a 3, so I need... so I have 2... no, I have 3 to play with. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Let's see if this works. Okay. Oh, this shit's so funny at this point. I can't even anymore. Okay. Just to demonstrate. So, We had our nice 3% chance. And then we got another 1 and 3. Less than 1% chance of this occurring. Oh. What can you do, frankly? At this point, the game just wants you dead. There's really nothing left. What if I did it again? We don't even have the, like, resources to... Oh. Huh. Oh? How did we not die to that? Oh, no. No, we did. Oh. That's too fucking funny. 1% chance. 1% chance there. I genuinely don't even know what to say there anymore. That's... I'm at an utter loss, because that's a less than 1% chance of that occurring. Yan hates me, yeah, no kidding. See, the thing is, I don't want to use min-max anymore, because all we need to do is not roll the 1 and 3. Right, chat? All I have to do is win. That's all I have to do. I just have to win. What does the library need? Yeah, RNG. The 1 and 3 keeps happening, however. Yes, that it does. You should take Echoes from Beyond if you get positive scene 1. Oh, okay. Sure. Right. I'm gonna say at this point, by the way, please do consider joining the Discord and subscribing. I put myself through hell and back for these videos, and it would really be appreciated if you did decide that you wanted to join. We've got an amazing community. We're actually at how many members are we at? We're near 400 at this point. 379. 379 members. So if you want to be part of that, please do consider, joining and subscribing. You're gonna unsub just to sub back because you said that. Damn. Incredible. Also, we're really close to 5,000 now, and hitting 5,000 has been a dream of mine for a while. Also, we're kind of just dead here. But, yeah, that's been a dream of mine for a while. So if you would like to subscribe and help us get close to that, that would be very much appreciated. Anyway, let's clash a lock with this. And then, because we got unlucky, we don't actually get the thing that allows us to really survive through this place. We can always take a lot of reduced damages, which should allow us to survive, but yeah, let's see. Okay, we got the 80% chance. Oh, we didn't get an emotion level up. Okay. Switch back to your build and sub out a BN for 333 and lose it on the turn, you'll probably die. The problem is I don't know when we will probably die. Actually. I see the vision. So we were using... you. These are all perfectly done, yeah. Swap out a BN for 333. Right. And use it on the turn, you'll probably die. Which is the lock turn. The lock turn is the turn to use it on. Reception of the Orphan Crushing Machine. No, not yet. Not yet. Right, let's see how this goes. Attack. We can redirect attack with unlock, and then we have BN on... you. I need to refamiliarize myself with the strategy, because we no longer want to deal with the Flurry of Fists. Although Flurry of Fist is probably the best hit for us at the moment. Okay, we get a stagger heal here. Honestly, I think everyone should try and use every floor at least once, because I think it makes the game more enjoyable. At least for me. I feel like having to use every floor is a really good thing to be able to see, like, everything in the game. Also, we can't redirect the attack, so... Wow, we just have... utter... I don't want to say dog shit, but... Yeah, no, we're resetting that. I think one major problem, if I did have to say a major problem Ruina has, is the fact that you never really get to use the other floors at their full capacity until the end of the game, by which point you probably already have a favorite floor in mind, so it's a little bit late for that. That's like one of the gripes I have with Ruina. I think that's a little bit weirdly designed. That there either should be more content after that's done, or there should be less content before you get to realize them. Oh, you tried out every floor, just never took Spring Genesis? Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I never used range pages on my first time around, because I didn't like the fact that they were limited time. That was the one thing that kept me from discovering how overpowered that was, and probably absolutely destroying the game. Attack, and then we do a... Yeah, it's another BM. It adds replayability. The problem is, I think anybody on their second playthrough will probably either be playing with a mod, at which point the entire game is replayable, or they'll just stick to meta strategies. You did the same with Smoke Gebber for a while? In what way? We were using Smoke Gebber a lot because there was literally no other option. That was, like, that was why we were using that. Anyway, we now can afford to do Serpentine Barrier, DN. I find it interesting, there is actually a set logic to this fight. Like, it has a pattern to it. I didn't notice that before. Okay. Decrease the damage from those. Nope. I am running out of time, apparently. All fights in Ruina have patterns in them. Do they? Huh. Oh, the red mist doesn't. Yeah, that's true. Okay, this is the lock turn. Yeah. I think I want lock Serpentine Barrier. Because that's one problem that this build has, is the fact that you don't have 3 dice at this point, so you can't really afford to use that as well. Actually, I think Unrelenting procs first, doesn't it? I forgot that. Whoops. 333 sticks around, though, so... That'll be good for later. It doesn't... Yeah, and it doesn't decrease in HP, so we just save it. Attack. And a BN on you. And then presumably I use another unlock. I'm not sure what on. That, and there's a chance we win. Oh. We got unlucky. We didn't get the emotion level up. I'm nearly out of time. I've got until like 7, but this feels smoother. Now that we have that, we just need one more max roll of mineral, yeah. Or one more clash, well, 2 more clash runs. Yeah. We don't get an emotion level here now. If I had to pick one of the fingers to join, who would I join? I'm not sure. I think the middle, everyone has just agreed, is the best. Just because it's like the most normal and most won't kill you if you moderately step out of line. Right, let's... That seems to be common consensus. The ring is pretty cool, but I'm afraid of the whole indoctrination test of having to stand still for like 10 hours or you die. That doesn't seem too good. Also, we managed to get positive motion coins there. It doesn't really matter. But... Middle's the best, but also impossible to leave. Most of them are impossible to leave. I doubt you'll be able to leave any finger other than the pinky. And the only reason you can leave the pinky is because they don't really exist in the first place, so... They, like, have a loose organizational structure, and that's it. I don't think you join the pinky, I think the pinky joins you. Yeah, that's probably an apt way to put it. Okay, then we get laughing powder. You leave the thumb if you respectfully submit your 2-week notice. That's a very positive view on the thumb. Are you sure you're not a thumb agent? Are you here from the thumb? Uh-oh. Yeah, I knew that was a problem. From just the way that... Yeah, we were running out of stagger there. How much longer am I planning on going? I have 10 minutes left until I'm afraid I will run out of time. Completely and utterly. I think I might just do this off stream and record it myself, because I want to be done. So, I'll probably put an announcement in the Discord of when it's dead, but, this will be the last stream. I refuse to spend any longer streaming this. Just flat out. Also, we didn't even clash with that, so... I don't think we're getting emotion coins here. Oh no, we are. He still didn't beat Yan. We got a less than 1% chance to not beat Yan, yes. Actually less than 1%. Like, genuinely, the game just hated us for a second there. That on you, and then... And I can't use anything else, so I may as well use an unlock against... I don't know. Nothing I can really do here. Unlock against you just to unlock things. That was not meant to be a pun, but it worked out to be one. Last solo stream, no Impuritas. Yeah, of course. Impuritas will be after the video comes out. Right, well, I'm not anything I'll do props. I'm gonna switch back to the other one. This is valid, and I think it's better than it was before, but it's just not working for us compared to the other one, where we managed to get multiple attempts off really quickly. We did have Unrelenting, it probably got propped without us noticing the other time. Right, guarding stance, Serpentine Barrier against Strength. Okay, there's the emotion level up. Have you ever accidentally taken an extra librarian with you? Yeah, once or twice. You just have to sort of get rid of them. I mean, you just immediately reset. I've done that on stage 2s of fights before, which is, trust me, that's a lot worse than bringing them on the stage 1. The stage 1, at least, you have, like, no emotional investment. Stage 2 is a lot worse. Guess I try and evade that, even though I know it's not going to work. We got unlucky. Fun. There's immediate activated. That was a terrible one. We're nearly just flat out dead. Scattering on attack. Yeah, no, they're not targeting us. If immediate repairs didn't exist, I genuinely don't think the challenge would be possible. Just flat out, I don't think it would be possible. At all. Okay, this will probably be the last attempt because I'm nearly out of time. Why do we switch to purple tier? Multiple stances. In addition to the fact that this is a different build. Okay, well there's our emotion coins. That's a lot of max rolls. Are you right, game? Is it because I said this is the last run? Do you just really, really want to rub it in that this is why I'm leaving? Let's try and win that. We are nearly dead. Fun. What if you didn't spam Boundary of Death? We die. Very quickly. It's not necessarily stupid, it just wouldn't work. Also, we low rolled again because the game... Yeah, you know what, actually. I don't have enough time. I won't be back. I will be back after the video is out. But, yeah. I'll be doing this and I'll make an announcement in the Discord when it's dead, but, yeah. I'll see you all after the video's up. Actually, no, that's a lie. I will be streaming. It's just, like, I won't be streaming this challenge. I'll still be, like, streaming tomorrow and the day after and the etc, 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 etc. It just won't be on this challenge until the video is out. But yeah. Well, that's it. Bye-bye.